Hey guys, today I'm back with another video, and by now we have about 24 hours of NBA Live Mobile Season 4 under our belts, and we can pretty much assess the goods and the bads of this new season. Now before I start off what I believe are good and bad of this new season, I do want to say some of these things that are good or bad are only good or bad for about the first month of the game. When it goes into the 5th month, the 3rd, the 4th, doesn't really matter, as long as the game starts to mature and really come to its own, then by then these things won't be that good or won't be that bad by those kind of times. Now, I like to spread positive energy around these parts, and I'm gonna start off with the goods of this new season. Now, the very obvious good thing about this season so far has been the superstars. Now, superstars, we were able to choose one superstar from six of them. And why is this good? It's because at least for the start of the game right now, we are able to upgrade one superstar to crazy levels, and that will mean that that particular lineup that you're going to be playing with is going to have that superstar and different players. So if I'm playing with Kawhi, my lockdown lineup is going to have set A of players. But if someone has Doncic in his sharpshooter lineup, that sharpshooter lineup is going to have set B of players. They're all going to be completely different from like last year, which brings me into my next point, which is lineups. Now, these two things are interconnected, which I'm going to talk about more, but the lineups this year is a lot like Season 1. Now, if you've been around in Season 1, you'll remember that you didn't have a overall lineup like Season 3, which is still fresh in our heads. In Season 3, we had an overall lineup where we could just put any players we want from any lineup, from the defense, from the shooting, from the street lineup. It doesn't matter, we can just put them into that lineup. And this caused a lot of problems. Why? Well, you may not feel that it did cause a lot of problems. The thing is that when you queue into Showdown, more often than not, you're going to see the same set of players over and over and over again if you're at a high amount of if you're at a high amount of fans, or even if you're at high overall. Because at high overalls, pretty much the players are going to be the same. The same players are going to be needed to get you to those high overalls. Therefore, you're just going to see the same players over and over again, and sometimes you may even get mirror matches. If you get mirror matches, that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. But at least this year, with 3 different lineups without an overall lineup, we pretty much have to just go on a whim and up the lineup that we like. So for example, right now I've been going with my lockdown because Kawhi is there, and you can just upgrade a lineup any way you like it. And the point of lineup management, this sounds ridiculous, but lineup management is kind of important now this season. Whether you want to maximize one lineup first, maybe get one to a really high overall, then only work on your other 2 lineups, or maybe you want to steadily improve each lineup so no one lineup is more left out compared to the rest. It really comes down to preference, and this also provides variety in your opponents in Showdown. Some people are going to have good sharpshooter lineups, and they're going to have a completely different set of players compared to, let's say, someone who has a good lockdown lineup. It's already very different, and I really like that. And going back to superstars, the superstars must be continued by EA and not forgotten, such as that Harden campaign last year. That campaign, the MVP campaign. As long as superstars are not abandoned by EA, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a really nice inclusion in Season 4. But going down the line, maybe like 5 months from now, I don't see superstars being that being not beneficial, but not being that important, because by then everyone's going to have all the superstars, all 5, all 6, all 8, whatever the amount of superstars there are. Everyone's going to have them, and they're all going to be at really good level. So every time, regardless you play a sharpshooter, a lockdown, or a street lineup, you're going to face at least 1 or 2 of the same players every single time, which I guess it's a decent enough payoff for having such a really interesting inclusion of superstars this season. I really like it so far. I really like it. Being tasked to find shards and all that is really, really cool. It's really, really, really cool. Now, some honorable mentions of the good things so far in season 4 would be auction house tax is not ridiculous. It's 10%. Yes, 10%. If you all remember back in season 2, the atrocious start of season 2, oh no, yes, I'm bringing back some nightmares, but the atrocious start of season 2, where the auction house tax was 35%, at least now they kept it at 10%. They did not change it. It did not get worse, but it did not get better. But being at 10%, I see this as an absolute win. Now, one more honorable mention of some good things in season 4 would be the free pro pack and free premium pack every day and every week. Why is this so? Mainly because these free packs replace the bonus packs we had last season. Bonus packs such as, the bonus pack that was available every 4 hours, those packs were kind of useless anyways, so it was it's good to change them with something at least more useful. But of course, in a few months, these packs are going to be completely useless because we're gonna have all elites and a gold player. A 67 overall player is not going to do anything for you. It's not. I'm sorry. It's just not. I do dust too. I don't see a benefit for that. So yeah. Now, sadly, we go into some of the negatives of this season. Well, believe it or not, one of the negatives of this season so far is you being able to keep your coins. I can't press into it. Gosh. But if you look at the top right, you'll see that I have 5.9 million coins. I'm gonna round it to 6 because why not? I have 6 million coins with me. Now, why is this a bad thing? Well, if you go into the auction house, you'll realize that elites, an 82 overall elite, any elite, it doesn't matter what is that, an 82 overall elite, this is weird. Come on. Oh, this is broke. No. Alright, anyways, an 82 overall elite is gonna go for some ridiculous prices. Just look. 2 million. 2 million for McGee. I like McGee. Oh no. But 2 million for McGee. 3 million for Tatum. 3 million for Nurkic. 3 million for Law. These are just crazy prices. Come on. These are just crazy prices. Even if we go to 80s, right? 80 overall. Alright, let's just look. We'll make it 400,000 for Bogdan, 400,000 for Whiteside, 400,000 for Ibaka, 350 for Ingles, 500,000 for Wendell. Now I know these are just all expiring ones, but those that are freshly posted on the auction house aren't going to be that much cheaper either. Now, why are these elites so darn expensive? Because people are selling them knowing that their cards can be bought. It's not like any other start of the season where we only have 30,000 coins. We have a bunch of people have a plethora of coins waiting to be used, just like me. So they know, whoever's selling these cards know that you can sell them and there will be someone that is able to buy your card. It's just, therefore, this is going to increase the price, especially since the supply is low as of right now. So if your supply is low, your demand is high because no one has a good team. then you're going to have ridiculous prices. The fear is that when better cards are getting pumped up, what are 90 overalls going to be priced at eventually? 10 mil? That's double my coins. Double. It's just not going to happen. Ooh, Rui Hachimura, I didn't see this card. But double is already insane. Just ridiculous. And going down the line, maybe 5 months, I don't see this being as much of a problem, as most people probably have used their coins. Most people have better lineups. The supply for all these good elites increase, and so high supply, low demand, price goes down. Basic economics. So I don't see this being a problem going into the future, about 5 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. But as of right now, it's definitely really, really bad for the economy of the auction house. The economy of the auction house. I never thought I'd say that ever in my life. Anyways, some honorable mentions before I go into the biggest issue of NBA Mobile. One of the honorable mentions of the bad things is Showdown and Season is 50 stamina each. 50. Now, you may not feel this problem right now. You may not, as you are quite literally leveling up every few minutes. You can see this here because it's in resume, but every few minutes you are leveling up and your stamina will get refilled, and so you won't feel the problem of 50 stamina Showdown and Seasons. But I can assure you, once you stop leveling up every few minutes, then you are just going to keep having if you want to grind Showdown, and you have 400 stamina, but you're not leveling up every few minutes. 400 stamina, with 50 stamina being used to play Showdown, you only can play 8 games. And it's not like the stamina for one Showdown game is going to refresh by the time the 8 games are done, because it's 50 stamina you're going to need. It's a lot of stamina. And let's not talk about season games, because season games go by way quicker. So stamina, I can see, is going to be a problem in the near future. It's going to be a problem. Right now, it's not a problem. There's a rare case where something is bad in the future rather than now. Hopefully, EA changes this, because 50 stamina for Showdown is just way too much. 50 for season games is also way too much. I'm really hoping they change this. I can only see problems after problems after problems from this. Now, another thing that is I believe would be really bad is actually the multi-year lineup. Now, multi-year lineup, they just introduced it, so all your season 3 players and items, quads, jerseys, boosts, like your coaches, are all transferred into your season 4 inventory. Now, as we all know, NBA Live Mobile has a inventory, essentially, right? Now, inventory cap space. Now we go into unclaimed items, and you can see that I have 525 players, and all of them are being being pretty much occupied by my season 3 players, and I can't even do anything with them. I can't sell them. I'm not gonna sell the DeAndre Ayton for 5,000. I can't even sell this Westbrook. Can I sell this Ray? 20k. I'm not selling them for that kind of price. But that's the thing. I have a major problem because I have just way too many players. And the thing is, there is still an item limit of 1,400. They increased it from 1,200 to 1,400, but increased by 200. So what? If you're going to keep compiling players' jersey cards from season to season, increasing by 200 item space is nothing, I tell you. Because eventually you're going to get to a point where at the start of the season you already have a full inventory. You're already going to have a full inventory, and what you're going to do, you can't get any new cards, and selling your old cards for like 5,000 coins is not going to be beneficial at all. No, the thing is, this can be so easily fixed by EA just by removing the item limit, just like in FIFA Mobile. where you remove the item limit and you can just collect all the cards you ever want. And there's no downside to that, really. You can, if you're not selling off your bench, you're not getting any form of profit. And that's not hurting EA, that's just hurting yourself. Therefore, I don't understand why EA is not just letting us have a free item space, because it's quite literally not hurting EA whatsoever, unless I'm not thinking about something. Please tell me if I'm not thinking about something. Alright, now, finally, is the major problem this season. And I'm gonna go into the season mode for this. You may already guess it. Yes, it is gameplay. Gameplay. Since season 1, the gameplay has stayed relatively the same. Now, why do I say this? Because it is. The gameplay has stayed relatively the same. They added, since season 1, they've added alley-oops. Alright, that was cool. It wasn't really that effective, but yeah, it was cool. They added alley-oops. After that, after a long time, then they added new dunks. 360 tomahawk, stuff like that. It was cool. Take it, make it. What? Alright, whatever, that's a glitch. But they added new dunks, which really did not matter. And then they added, what else did they add? What's the new dunks? They added the camera angle from the EA cam baseline rather than the press box, because I guess the press box was just too ugly, which it is. And that was probably by far the biggest addition to the game. Until this season, where they kept hyping up pick and rolls. So how to call a screen? Swipe the screen. As you can see, it called pick and roll. There we go, pick and roll. Okay, so I gave it to Ibaka, and now Ibaka can just slam it. Very nice. It's cool. It's definitely cool, but the basic elements of a basketball game is still not there. It's still not there. Right? I'm going to do this. Alright, and PG. Alright, he didn't make it, but sure. But the thing is that pick and rolls aren't exactly all that important. I can still get my shot relatively easily. Like, look at this. Go to the corner, shoot, splash. This is not pre-recorded. I'm doing this in the moment. I can just do that. Next is, something like that. What happened to, who's my shooting guard? Wesley Matthews. Why wasn't he guarding PG? The defensive breakdowns are ridiculous. Next is, spin moves are just too OP. And spin moves, layups are just too OP. I can't get a score. I just repeatedly press the skill button, and I'll eventually get to under the lane, where I can just do a simple layup and it will always go in. The CPU can do the same. And then your players are just going to keep going for steals that they know they can get. And therefore, they are going to be exposed to giving your opponent wide open shots. Now look at this, the spin move again. This time I get ripped, but Ibaka. But that's the thing. The CPU or the AI for each player is just too bad. It's too bad. There is no form of improvement in the AI since season 1. No such improvement. And one more thing, the stamina being 50. Yeah, you can see that here. But there is no form of improvement since season 1. The AI is still really bad. It's atrocious. If it's this, it makes it so that this is not exactly a basketball game, because the main core of a basketball game must be the gameplay. It's not a basketball game. It's more of a basketball card game, if anything. It's a basketball card game. If you want a true basketball game, 2K Mobile is the way. But I must give props to NBA Live Mobile because it's a decent card game, basketball card game. It's definitely better in terms of collecting cards. It's much better than 2K Mobile. But gameplay, it needs to get better. Pick and rolls are not the addition that is needed. It's a cool addition, but it's not the addition that is necessary. And therefore, this one singular bad really overshadows how much interesting things have been added into the game. Let me put it that way. It's disappointing because we were really hyped up for maybe an advanced AI. You know, it's because of the pick and rolls. You need a better AI to be able to do pick and rolls, but it's just disappointing. And there's not much else to say. Anyways, guys, that's all for me for now. And until next time, I wish you all a good one.